All right, let's talk about Malik Willis, the undefeated quarterback with the Green Bay Packers. Now, obviously, he had some losses with the Titans, but, it was an interesting game, right? I mean, Malik Willis did not throw the ball a lot. It very much was handing the ball off a lot in this game. But the Packers, who a lot of people thought were dead after week one when Jordan Love gets injured, goes on to win a football game with a quarterback who's also only been there for a couple of weeks. Kind of crazy situation. So yeah, let's get into the film and let's talk about what Malik Willis did well, also what are some things he needs to improve upon, and, if he does have to come in and play some more games, how well can he do? So first, let's start off with the play you see on the screen, and you're going to see definitely a bit of a Matt LaFleur wrinkle on a concept that you see relatively frequently, where you have your outside receiver running a deep shot, hopefully to push the Colts player who's in that area further deep. And really, that route is the one that can get open. The Matt LaFleur wrinkle on this is that you see how that player is in motion running that route. Again, motion can always help make things a little bit more complicated for a defense in zone. So that's what they're trying to accomplish here. Willis is going to take the snap. He looks in that direction, fires in that direction, and I mean, there is a Colts player seemingly all over this. I mean, you talk about not a lot of separation. Like, this is a risky throw, and I'm just going to say it. This is too dangerous of a throw for Malik Willis to be making. And then he makes a perfectly accurate throw, and they get a touchdown out of it. I mean, that's kind of crazy that worked out. That is a tight window throw. So, gotta give Willis credit for being able to have the arm talent to make this throw. Again, is that something you want to rely on? I don't know. But he was making some legitimately good plays out there. Like, again, it was a small sample size. Josh Jacobs had 32 carries. Malik Willis threw it 14 times. But, Willis was still doing some nice things when he was getting the ball. For example, this play. It's a quarterback run, which, hey, you got an athletic quarterback, why not have him move? It makes sense here, I think. So, design quarterback run. Willis takes the snap. He's going to look in that direction. And what's interesting is that a couple of Colts players are kind of free right here. I mean, this center wasn't really able to get up to the next level to block either of those two players. But again, you have an athletic quarterback with the ball. And as you see, he's going to be able to rush by them. And on this 2nd down and 16, he picks up 12 of those yards, and they were able to, the very next play was actually the one I just showed you, where he gets the touchdown pass. So, again, things like this, these are good quality plays. These are things he's adding to the Packers. He's not just existing as the Packers offense runs, he's doing stuff. Like a play like this was another one, where it's a 3rd down and 5 situation, and it's going to be a cover 1 blitz for the Colts right now. You see how when this play begins, obvious passing situations, so the pass rush is coming, and the Colts defense on the back end doing a good job as well, taking away really most of Willis's options. But watch Willis first. He's going to look down the field. I mean, gets outside the pocket, still is looking down the field, which is, I mean, one of the critiques you saw in college was that he very much would be the kind of guy who, after getting outside the pocket, gets his head down and is just ready to run. But on this play, running makes sense. Willis does, do a good job of being able to pick up a good amount of yards. Kind of took an unnecessary hit right there, I gotta say. But other than that, definitely some good stuff here by Malik Willis, in my opinion. And then there definitely was some, doing a good job in the Matt LaFleur offense, right? I think that the narrative has been, wow, Matt LaFleur is so good, he can make even Malik Willis look good. I think you got to give credit to Willis himself for making some of these plays, but also definitely there was a combination of the two on a decent amount of them. Like, for example, this play, Willis is going to run a play action, and then he's going to, move in motion toward the bottom of the screen. You have a receiver trying to get into a gap in coverage. And when Willis takes a snap, this scheme works, the player gets open, but Willis makes a nice off-balance throw as well. Was it a wide-open play to Romeo Doubs? Yes, it was, absolutely. But at the same time, again, I'm not expecting Malik Willis to come in and be Patrick Mahomes, right? And kind of his big issue in Tennessee was not being able to just do the simple stuff. You're seeing him do the simple stuff here, and part of it helps that there's more simple stuff to do because LaFleur and these good Packers receivers are doing a really good job on these plays of getting open. All of that stuff, I think, is fair to say. This play, kind of another one where I think it's in a similar type of idea. It's a zone coverage concept, and you see how this can work for the Packers. They have a receiver running a deep shot, and then a couple guys just trying to get open against this cover 3 zone blitz. It's a 3rd down and 6. They're trying to get open just kind of past that first down marker or maybe just before it. So Willis takes the snap, looks in that direction, and you see right now is really one you have a receiver who's about to get open. But again, I gotta say, I like this from Willis because if you look at where he is, he's already into throwing motion. He's getting rid of the football quickly. So whether it's coaching or whether it's just him getting better at stuff, like he's understanding how this offense works and he's making the plays happen, not just making the right play, but at the right time. As you see, gets the ball down there. They're able to pick up a first down. Not the best throw, definitely. Was it raised a little bit. It was a bit too high, but still a overall good play. So, like, again, when I watched this film, I was fully expecting this to be Malik Willis just had guys get schemed open, was throwing screen passes, was throwing checkdowns, and it worked out. Like, he was legitimately making some plays. This next one is kind of a bit of a weird one to talk about. I don't know exactly what my main takeaway is, but I wanted to show it because I think there's good and bad. I think you could actually debate if this is a good or bad play too. So let me just show the play. It's going to be a tight end screen. That's the concept. So Willis takes the snap and he's going to look in that direction. But as of right here, okay, the tight end himself is open. Like getting it to him could definitely get you some yards. I don't know how many yards it's going for if it's right now, but there is some yards that this could generate. However, there's a player right in Malik Willis's face. So this is the issue. I mean, what do you do in this spot? Do you try and throw it over him? Well, that's how tip passes can happen. That's how turnovers can happen. That's dangerous. What is Willis going to decide to do? Well, as you see, he sidesteps that Colts defender and then flips it to the tight end, gets the screen pass. You do see, though, a flag was thrown, and I'll show this play a couple times so you can see it. It was for an ineligible man downfield, and that happens because this play took so long to develop that when Willis made that move, before he made the move, his offensive linemen weren't downfield. After it, though, the play went on for too long, eventually downfield, and that resulted in a penalty, and the play gets called back. So, again, I think you could argue both sides. For one thing, it was legitimately a really good move to get around that Colts player and make the play work. It also, because of kind of taking longer to make that happen, resulted in the penalty. And, again, it is kind of on the quarterback's job to get that ball out quickly. The offensive lineman can't see everything. They have to, at a certain point, go out to make their blocks. I for sure think reasonable minds can differ about a play like this, but I do think, regardless of your opinion on this play in particular, I think it's fair to say there was a lot of good stuff here with Malik Willis and the Green Bay Packers. I know Matt LaFleur is amazing. Matt LaFleur is a great head coach. He can help you out, absolutely. And I think that was very true in this game. And there are good offensive weapons, a really good offensive line performance here by the Packers. All of that stuff is absolutely fair to say. But I also thought that he made some plays, and I think he deserves credit as well for being able to make plays. Kind of the big thing people talked about with a guy like Willis is that he is someone who, when he was drafted, was a project. The guy's 25 years old now. He's Bo Nix's age, right? So, it's not that crazy to think that he could get better. What's his ceiling? I don't know. Again, we'll have to wait and see, and we'll see if he ends up playing anymore because we don't know the timeline on Jordan Love's injury. But they play his former team against Tennessee next week. I don't think that's a game to have no chance if Willis is out there. I really don't. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.